The boy's mother was dead. Her final rasping words to him were a warning: never turn off the light and stay away from the dark corners. The boy had nodded, a cold knot tightening in his stomach. He already avoided the corners when dusk fell. He often saw things shifting within the depths of the shadows. His father had gone away for a new job, leaving him in the care of his grandmother. She was kind, but ancient and frugal. She saw no need for electric light when the glare of the street lamp outside poured through the windows. It was bright enough to read by. But the boy's room lay deeper in the house, a chamber of half-light where the corners were perpetually drowned in a thick, cloying darkness. His solution was to place a large toy in each corner. Silent, plastic sentinels standing guard through the long nights. Every day, upon returning from school, he would find that his grandmother had tidied the toys back into a crate. His first ritual was always to return them to their posts. Then, one afternoon, he saw it was missing. The large plastic crocodile, bought with his mother on a day now faded and distant. He hadn't played with it in years, but its maw was full of terrible teeth, and he believed it to be the most formidable of his guardians. He asked his grandmother of its whereabouts. She merely shrugged, her voice thin and weary. "Put your toys away properly, and they won't get lost." From then on, he began to put them away himself each morning. Yet with every new dawn, their numbers dwindled. The once overflowing crate grew barren. The last to remain was a one-armed bear, a relic from his mother's own childhood. It held its ground for a time. A legion of toy soldiers fought a long losing battle, but in the end, not a single one remained. He begged his grandmother for new toys. She bought him a set of racing cars, saying there would be no more until her next pension. The cars were gone within 2 nights. With nothing left, the boy fashioned guardians from paper, their faces drawn in frantic marker. A sudden draft from the window snatched them away into the night, a flutter of useless courage. That night he lay in bed, rigid and unable to sleep. He fought the urge to look into the gloom, but his eyes betrayed him. He saw a slow, viscous movement in the blackest parts of the room, and heard a soft, dry rustle like scales sliding against scales. The street lamp's sickly yellow light reached only his bed, making it an island of it in a sea of absolute black. "I should have asked the boys at school for toys," was his last desperate thought. A loud creak split the silence, then another, and only then did he feel it. His bed was moving. Something in the darkness had seized the wooden legs and was dragging it, with him atop it, into the abyss. He scrambled up and launched himself toward the open summer window, but the curtains twisted around him like a cocoon, a silken web trapping its prey. His scream was strangled, swallowed by the oppressive dark. Something cold and powerful coiled around his leg, yanking him back into the room. The last thing he saw were his paper sentinels, their frail forms hurling themselves with impossible bravery at the shapeless horror in the corner. Their thin paper arms cut nothing. Their silent screams did nothing. They were simply brushed aside.